And you're listening to You're My Best Friend.
This is getting really spiritual.
You're my best friend.
With two of my best friends, Moxy and
So we're not gonna kiss then?
Ruben Jay.
Let me tell you this, dropping a taco is a national emergency.
I'm cutting you off!
You're listening to You're My Best Friend, a podcast about life, friendship, and tacos. Here are your hosts, the industrious Moxy and the amusing Ruben Jay.
Welcome to You're My Best Friend, a podcast about life, friendship, and tacos. My name is 2020 Ruben Jay.
And my name is 2020 Moxy Ann.
And apparently we are running for president.
I guess.
Are we single-handedly, like, is it going to be Ruben Jay / Moxy Ann 2020?
Yeah.
And we're going to be co-presidents of the United States?
Ruben 20, Moxy 20. And our slogan is 2020 vision.
No.
How about a vision for 2020?
A clearer vision.
A clearer vision.
For 2020.
I have a better campaign idea.
How about we just don't run?
How about...
Because neither one of us are old enough.
Diet Snapple. Drink some.
In case you are wondering, yes, we are back from our very, very nice vacation.
Yes.
Moxy took me to the Philippines and I should have said the Caribbean.
Yeah, no. I did neither of those things. Instead, I went to Georgia and then Italy.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I got a new job towards the end of last year and am excited to see what this podcast brings us in 2020.
Dude, I'm so stoked for your job. I get to listen to you on the freaking radio.
Every now and then.
It's amazing.
You know what's funny is this job that I'm doing here right now at the where are we? The podcast. We're at the podcast. Sorry.
It's kind of a conceptual thing.
Yes. And so this is easy for me for the most part. You know, I don't get nervous. I ask great questions sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
We get, you and I get, go off, go back and forth really well. And I had you listen to my first air shift. Don't you dare play it. I have better audio quality. We'll play it later.
Okay.
And Moxy tunes in and I'd say my first break and Moxy sends, I forgot what it was.
It was a video.
Yeah, you sent me, you recorded a video, but what I'm saying is like, something about Spotify. And as I'm reading the copy of whatever I'm saying, for whatever reason, I couldn't say the word Spotify.
You were so nervous.
And after I get off the air, Moxy sends me a text that says, well, those were words. And I'm like, gee, thanks.
No, you were like, you can find it on Spotify.
Yeah.
And then you forgot that you were supposed to say the next song. And you were like, this is...
It was really bad. We'll play. I have the audio. We'll play it at some point.
Oh, wonderful. Because it was priceless.
Yes. Also, what did you think of my birthday present to you that aired a couple weeks ago?
What? Wait, what was your birthday present?
You haven't heard it yet.
Oh. I mean, I thought it was fantastic.
It's really good to reminisce on things.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for today's show.
Me too.
You're very confused right now.
I'm like, whoa, what just happened? I'm so excited. Do you know why I'm excited for today's show?
Because we have a great guest.
We do. We have a fantabulous guest.
And let me just say this, like, spoiler alert, was a great conversation.
Yeah. No, seriously, like,
we went all over the place.
Even if it hadn't been a great conversation, I would have been so stoked to have her on the show. But like, the conversation exceeded so many expectations, and it was wonderful, and you guys are really going to enjoy it.
I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you don't, that's a problem between you, yourself, and...
the Lord.
Sure. We'll go with that one. That's the one of all things you should go with, Moxy. I'm super stoked for you guys to listen to this. This is our interview with... should I tell them what her name is to me, or should we wait till the end of the show?
No, do it.
Well, this is our conversation after this quick break with Kalie Wolfe. We'll be back with more
after this
commercial break. Apparently I can't talk. All right, Moxy, we're back. You're my best friend.
Yes.
We're in the studio.
We are.
An insanely warm studio.
We're in a studio. That's really all that matters. Oh.
A minute ago.
We need to stop doing that.
We really need to stop.
Yeah, this is a problem.
If you've listened to the Friendsgiving episode, about 7 minutes in, Moxy and I randomly blurted out the exact same question at the exact same time.
We did that twice in the show. It was very odd.
What was the other one?
I don't know. I just remembered that we did it twice.
Yeah, that's funny. And we've done it quite often since then. So we really need to stop hanging out with each other.
Yeah.
I think after this episode, I think we need to break up.
We just need to stop finishing each other's...
Potatoes.
No, sandwiches.
I know. Jeez. No, we can't do it as a thing, though. Okay, let's stop having therapy in front of our guest.
Let's dive into this.
All right, so you want to introduce her or should I introduce her?
I should probably introduce her.
Yeah, you should be the one to do it.
So today on the show, we are super excited to have I don't even know. Your band is like taken off and I don't know how to describe this. Ladies and gentlemen, Kalie Wolfe from the band Rivals.
Hello.
Welcome to You're My Best Friend. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm good. I was cooking earlier and I got a little bit of oil in my eye.
What were you cooking?
I was making General Tso's chicken.
What?
Chow? I never say it right. Sao? General Tso.
Chow? I don't actually know.
I don't know how to say it.
Cool.
I don't know what that is.
It's like an Asian dish. I made it from scratch.
Nice.
And you didn't bring us any?
No, I didn't. I should have though.
Wow.
It was really good. I love cooking, so.
So show's over.
We're gonna go eat chicken.
See ya.
Yeah.
No, I'm canceling the guest. She didn't bring us any food.
Oh, you were mad? Okay.
Yes.
We're angry.
So I don't even know where to begin with this one because this is a big interview for us, and so it's going to be fun.
Well, don't make me. Now I'm nervous.
Don't be
That's the whole
nervous.
point.
We're just gonna ask you really deep personal questions.
Okay, go for it.
hold on.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a very open human being. I am so bad at like keeping personal secrets about myself.
Challenge accepted.
I'm not good at it, like at all. Like anybody who knows me longer than like 4 hours usually knows my entire life. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Here, I enjoyed that. So I'm talking to a girl right now
Ooh.
who did that. Like our first night that we like spent. You know how every couple tends to have that like. We're not a couple. Don't freak out. I don't know who I'm talking to, her or me.
I'm not sure either.
or the thousands of female listeners who just think I'm so dreamy. But you know how every couple has like that night where they have like that 4-hour conversation that just never ends.
Yeah.
We had that, but she told me like her entire life story, and she's
cute.
like, "Great, now you're never going to talk to me again." And we haven't stopped talking since. So that's a good thing.
That's good. That means you have that sense of like communication. That's
Yeah.
like the hardest thing. If you can't talk to somebody, it's like there's like no point.
Yeah, exactly. I think, we did a relationship podcast. I hope I didn't delete that one too.
I hope you didn't. That was a good one.
We did a relationship podcast over our winter break, and which ironically we're recording this over our winter break as well.
Don't tell them that.
Oh, sorry. I'll hold for edit. Oh, we actually held for edit. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was good.
So what was I saying?
We did a relationship podcast over our winter break.
Yeah, we did a relationship podcast, and one of the things that we talked about was that today's dating scene is kind of like way too much about like the physical, and not enough about the emotional and the connection. Or maybe that was the first relationship podcast we did. I don't remember exactly.
I don't know.
True.
Somewhere along the way, we started talking about sex, and it was really
Yeah,
weird. It was very odd.
Yeah. Speaking of sex, do you guys realize? I just made a funny thing. I made a funny note in my head.
You made a funny thing.
Yeah, I did. You're wearing fishnets, and you're also wearing fishnets under your jeans.
I am.
I'm actually, so these, no one can see them, but their jeans have holes in them and there's fishnet. Obviously, that's like a big trend. I'm actually not wearing fishnets at all. It's just sewn on pieces of fishnet in the holes. So there's actually, I'm not wearing any fishnets. It's like,
Interesting.
I don't know. They were $4. Like, I don't give a
I love that.
I just edited myself.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Just be yourself. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of all the notes if it need to be. Just don't go too crazy. So you were telling us, I know this isn't about music or anything, but this show kind of free forms and free falls and whatever.
Yeah.
Free falls.
Free falls
Wherever
a lot.
it goes, it goes.
Yeah. So you were talking to Moxy beforehand about finding those pants at Ross.
Yes.
Marshalls.
Marshalls, whatever. Same thing.
Yeah.
It's like literally the same company.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
They're owned by the same company.
They are?
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think.
Well, now I feel
I'm
betrayed.
gonna do a double check here real quickly, but I believe they are. So
I know
Ross,
Marshalls owns Home Goods.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love Home Goods. I love going there. I love being there. I love buying things there. I love spending my money there.
So the other day, I went and hung out with some friends, and next thing you know, it's like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And it was like an hour away, and I'm like, I'm just sleeping here tonight. I'm not going to drive home an hour and then you have to be up at 2 hours later, whatever.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because you're talking about getting those pants on a steel. I was wearing the exact same clothes. I was going to work. Like I told you, I work at a Christian station now.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I have a t-shirt in the back. So my first job was, it's okay. It doesn't matter. I can wear a t-shirt. The second job, I had the Gondola Nationals t-shirt.
Oh.
And I'm thinking to myself, this isn't really office friendly. Like it's a little too casual, even for casual Friday.
A little bit. White t-shirt with logos on it.
Yeah. And it's also a little tighter than I would like. So it's, like this shirt I'm wearing right now is a little tighter than I like too. I'm just trying to show off my 6-pack of Diet Coke.
Love Diet Coke.
And so I ran to Target before I went to my other job, and I went to the clearance section. I found this really nice button-down dress shirt that was like
dress down
button shirt.
that was like originally $40. On clearance, $6.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, I was, and I'm happy that I did too, because I walked in and his corporate title is CEO of the church. He was there.
Oh.
And the GM of the station was there, and he was wearing a shirt and tie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I would have walked in with the graphic tee,
Yikes.
like it would have been really bad. Anyway, let's jump into music.
Yeah, let's talk about music. So
actually, no, before we do that, let's just jump into signature question number 1.
Oh, okay.
Sushi question?
Signature.
Oh, I think it said sushi question.
Kind of
Close.
it could be a
As you
sushi
can
question.
tell, I love food.
You want to go to dinner with us later?
Yeah.
This is perfect then, because we've been talking about food. So this podcast is based around a series of 3 questions.
Okay.
3 signature questions. The first one is the easiest, and they get progressively harder.
Okay.
All right.
Not really, but yes.
They do. The second one is
Square
hard.
root of pi is 1.777.
Yeah?
Why do you have to ruin it?
7.
I think it's
Is that the
7.
answer? I don't even need to know the question.
No. Now I'm trying to remember what the square root of pi is.
I think it is 1.777.
Yeah, I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
Math nerds.
Now I want to look.
Now we're all going to Google the square root.
All right. Here. Pi. What's this? Where's the pi?
That's a question I ask myself every day.
There's the pie.
Me on Thanksgiving Day. Where's the pie?
Can I come over to your house on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I was right. 1.7724538.
Nice.
Damn, who killed it? Okay, what's the question?
Awesome.
Sorry, I got off topic.
It's okay. So the question is food related.
Oh, yes, perfect.
What is your favorite taco?
Oh. I really, really like pulled pork tacos, like the barbecue pulled pork tacos when they put like pineapple in it.
Yeah.
They're not really traditional, Mexican style, but
I'm still looking up who owns TJ Maxx or Ross and Marshalls. What was your answer? I'm sorry.
It was. Oh God. Oh yeah, pulled pork, like barbecue pulled pork with like when they put the pineapples in it, or like the pineapple salsa. Ooh.
Oh.
I want pineapple salsa now.
I know, it's so good. Or mango salsa. I don't even really like mangoes, but mango salsa is tight.
Mm-hmm.
So you are in the band Rivals.
I am.
You're the singer.
I am.
So I'm going to relate music and tacos.
Okay.
In the same question.
Okay.
When on tour with your band.
Yes.
Hold on. That's not the way the question was supposed to be worded. I'm really tired right now.
No, you got this. I believe in you.
No, I know I got this. Actually, no, wait, no, I'm right. When you're on tour with your band, is there a taco place that you like to go to that you know of?
Yeah, so there's a venue in Austin, Texas called Come and Take It Live. And right across the street, there's literally like a taco truck. And hands down, best tacos I've ever had in my whole life. I've never been able to find a place even remotely as good.
Really?
They have some of the best al pastor I've ever put in my mouth ever. It's like phenomenal. Can't even tell you the name of it because I just don't know. It's like
so the random food truck across the street from this venue.
And it's always there. It's like they literally like it must have gotten so famous. One, it's always busy. It's like never not busy, and like they literally like grounded it in the parking lot. So it's like it was a truck and now it's like a station.
Oh, that's really
awesome.
cool.
So it's like a whole thing, and they have like chairs outside and like a whole like it like became like a whole ass restaurant on accident.
When's the next? Is it? What you say? Dallas, Texas?
Austin.
When's the next time you're playing Austin, Texas?
I don't know. We're like currently situating next year's stuff. Getting everything ready. Right now, our main focus is getting this record done. So.
Sweet. So next time you play Austin, Texas, we need comp tickets, and we're going.
Yeah, let's go.
Not-
Let me know, and we'll all go to get tacos.
Because no offense to the band, but we're going for the tacos.
Yeah,
the band just happens to be a plus.
To be honest, whenever we play in Austin, it's less about the music and more about those tacos.
Yeah.
Like we've played different venues and still stopped there to go get tacos.
Awesome. That's
like,
awesome.
Every time we're there, we go get those tacos.
Sweet.
It's phenomenal.
That's good to know.
Nice.
So good.
That's good. And if I'm ever in tacos,
Are you okay?
I'm having a hard time today.
You are. You really are.
I've been up since 6 a.m. And I went to bed at 3 a.m. So
Oh my gosh.
that tells you how crazy of a night I've been.
Okay, we're getting coffee after this.
No, I've had plenty. If we're ever in Austin, we're gonna get these tacos.
Yes, you have to. If you ever get the chance, it's like, wow.
I don't know that we've gotten such a rave recommendation.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
No, Eric Bischoff did a pretty good job of selling us on like everything other than tacos everywhere in the world.
that is true.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think of other food spots, but that's like a big one. That's like a big one for us. Like
Any place in LA that you like?
tacos wise,
Yeah. Or just in general, like good eats.
There's a place by me, like where I live in West Covina called Rambo's. That is tight. It's pretty good too. Like we literally go there like at least every other week.
Would you say it's Gucci?
Yes.
See, she knows what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to tell him that nobody uses that word anymore.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever really said it, but I know what it means.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Same.
Awesome.
You're like, wow.
She legitimized me and then also broke me down at the same time. So thanks for coming in today. We're gonna,
my gosh.
This is like the third time I've ended this interview.
So speaking of tacos and music and touring, Rivals has toured with some really, really cool artists.
Yeah. We've had last 2 years have been crazy.
Yeah.
So, we've done Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, New Year's Day, Tillian from Dance Gavin Dance, Landon Tours, Assuming We Survive.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah. Slaves.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah. So super funny story. We were in Houston, Texas. There's this venue called The Secret Group, and right next door, in the same place, there's this also a comedy club. And there was this. We were playing there with Slaves, and on the thing, it's on the big door thing or the thing, it like says their name and like performing tonight or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And this black comedian comes outside and he's talking to his friends.
Oh no.
And his friend goes, "Oh, who's playing next door?" And obviously he's joking and he's laughing about it because it was just hilarious. He literally looks at his friend and goes, "They're called Slaves. I can't go there." And everyone just starts busting up laughing, and I was like,
yes.
"Oh God!" It's like. It was really funny. My band and I started laughing. He was like laughing at us. It was like this whole like it was just
That's
it was
awesome.
great. It was a funny moment. So
That's amazing.
yeah.
So I want to know about the band because I'm going to be completely honest here.
You've never listened to us?
No, he listened because I was like, "Have you listened to them?" Like 20 minutes before you got here, and I was like, "Have you listened to them?" And he went, "No," and I was like, "I'm turning it on right now."
No, okay, so no, but in reality, you're not on my playlist. No offense.
No, I'm not offended.
It's not like. So you're not my playlist. I've never heard of you guys until Moxy started talking about you guys like 7 months ago.
Yeah.
She's literally like rivals. I'm like, you have a lot of rivals? Like what are you talking about? She's like,
Yeah.
no,
Everybody hates me. I don't know what it is. No.
Ironically, you have a podcast about being best friends with people, so it's really weird.
Yeah.
You're sending mixed signals here. Typical woman.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to get hate for that one.
You are.
So I'm curious, just kind of like the backstory of the band, how you met your band members, why the name Rivals.
Yeah.
Like that's all this stuff intrigues me.
So how it all began?
Yeah, like
the whole thing.
Yeah, I want the what is it called? What's
Inside scoop.
No. There's a thing.
Okay, Siri. All right.
That's happened like twice now.
That's so weird. Okay, I'm just gonna put that there.
You're good.
No, it's oh my gosh, there's a thing where like they have a movie and then they make a movie about the character in the movie.
Prequel?
Not a prequel, but there's a
Synopsis.
Biography?
I'm just saying words that
I know you
reply
are.
to stories.
That was a good word.
It's close. It's close, but it's not that. I have to figure that out because there's a term for it.
Well,
But
if
anyway,
you think of it at any point, yell it really loudly.
randomly.
Just at any point. But yeah, so we started in 2015. 2014. One of those. I think it might be 2014. No, it's 2014.
Okay.
No, it's 2019.
Right now.
It's about to be 2020.
Yeah. So we started in 2014. And it was Mickett and I, and Mickett was in this other band called The Collected years ago. And I had gone on tour with them when I was younger. I was like 17 years old. And I was just doing photos because that's what I used to take. I used to do like show photography, like way back in the day.
Nice.
And I guess at some point I had sang on the tour. And a couple months later, he and the band broke up, and he was like, "Oh, I want to do something different. I'm like over metalcore. Like I want to try something else." And so he hit me up, and he was like, "Yo, I have this track. I want you to try singing on it. See what you come up with." So we wrote 6 more songs, put out an EP that doesn't exist anymore because we deleted it because it was so awful.
Can you send it to me?
It was so bad. And then a couple years later, we wrote Haunted Haunted, and then a couple years after that, we wrote Damn Soul.
Nice.
And then Oh, and then you asked how we got the name.
Yes.
So Mickey and I have different stories. I specifically remember us all getting a giant list of them together, and we just each chose ones we liked, and then we just slowly narrowed it down, and then we chose one. Which ended up being Rivals.
Nice.
And then he has this other idea that we chose one out of a hat.
Oh.
But I don't remember that at all. So we have different, and he doesn't remember how we did it. I did it, or how I thought we did it.
Yeah.
So we have like mixed stories on how we think it happened.
Interesting.
But we actually almost called ourselves Dreamers.
Origin stories.
Origin stories.
I think I thought of that at the same time that you did.
That's
my God.
so great.
Yeah, so I want the origin story.
Origin story.
Halfway through the origin story.
Yeah, we actually almost called ourselves Dreamers.
Oh.
Interesting.
And actually it's super funny because now there's a huge band called Dreamers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of them.
So super, super weird. And every time I see their name, I just chuckle a little bit inside. So I'm like, oh, we were literally almost called ourselves that.
So funny story. In about 2013, I was actually planning on starting a band called Rivals.
Really?
You were?
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I was like, damn, man. Would have beat us to it. We would have had to chose Dreamers. Who knows what they would have
And
chosen?
then yeah, exactly. The other
Gosh.
guys would have been screwed.
The
Yeah.
butterfly effect is so real there.
It is so real. The whole could have changed the course of history.
Right?
We could have been called allies.
Yeah. Allies.
Trademark.
That's actually not a
That
bad
could be
name.
your like spin-off project title.
I know. If I ever do a solo project.
Yeah. There you go. Solo project. That's what I meant. I can't think of words today.
You're really having issues here.
Let's go to signature question number 2 real quick.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Signature question number 2. This one's harder. So if
Okay.
you need a minute.
Okay.
Wow. Now I can't talk. If you had a life quote, what would it be?
Oh, you weren't kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I have a tattoo, and it's going to be okay.
Nice.
I got this tattooed on me when I was in a really, really dark spot. And it's always been something that I look at whenever I am not feeling good. And it just reminds me. And actually, there are multiple fans now who have the exact same tattoo in the exact
wow.
same place.
That's awesome.
So it's kind of become like my memento to myself. Memento, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Mints.
Mementos.
Mementos.
It's my Mentos.
My Mentos. But yeah, so that's kind of been my thing. And I got it tattooed on my mic hand on purpose.
Nice.
So just like
So
my
it's in
like,
all the photos.
well, not really. I've never really seen it in a picture, but it's just there. So I don't know.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
And you don't have to say yes to this, but can we talk about the tattoo?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So tell me what happened.
Yeah. So actually I wrote Moonlit about it. That's what Moonlit's about. It's just this point in my life where I literally just didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to exist. Life was just seemed so pointless at that moment. And just everything was just a mess. And my life, my friends, my family, like it was just not a good point. And so I it's funny. I tell the story on stage every night. And I one day was just like, I need to write about it. So I sat in the studio and cried and wrote Moonlit.
Wow.
And I think that's still your most streamed song.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. It's that song had probably the least editorial pull of the singles.
Yeah.
And it's literally about to hit 1 million streams.
Wow.
And it was only in 1 or 2 playlists. Wow. Whereas Moonlit was in or not Moonlit, Over it was in 6.
Yeah.
So it was huge. It's just, that was just organic growth from people just listening.
That's really cool.
So
I find it interesting to hear, because my favorite band in the world, and Moxie's looking at me already. She's like, why? Every single time. It's a band called Alter Bridge.
Okay, I know who they are.
Okay, thank you.
I don't.
I love you.
I don't know. I've never listened to the music, but I've heard this. I've heard the name.
I don't care if you listen to them or not, as long as you know who they are.
Yeah.
Like that's all that matters. Their most popular song was a song that they added to an album at the very last minute because they
one more song.
They were told by Universal Records that every record should have a ballad.
Yeah, I still agree with that.
Yeah.
And so,
I still agree with that.
Yeah, no, and I don't disagree with it, but it's just like one of those things where they're like the album was complete.
Yeah.
It wasn't a heavy metal record or anything like that. It was like more of a hard rock. This was like right before they really developed the metal sound they have now.
Yeah.
And so they wrote this song called Watch Over You. And it's a song that the lead singer Miles had written like 10 years prior.
That's the song that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time she performs, I shout out, "Sing an Alter Bridge song," and they yell at me.
Sydney's about to kill you.
I'm gonna keep doing it. And so it's weird how that song ended up becoming one of the like top 2 songs. The other song is like an 8-minute epic called Blackbird that was never meant to be a single or never meant to be popular, and they actually never meant to play it live.
Yeah.
And that's their most popular song.
Oh,
it's
that's
probably the most difficult one for them to play.
Yeah, I was gonna say that must be unfortunate. Sometimes you put stuff on a record because you're like, oh, we'll never play this live.
Yeah.
You know, like we're just doing it just because we just think it would be really cool.
Yeah.
You know, like we have one of those. We have some of those. So it's like, you know, I'm like, we're never gonna play this.
Yeah, totally.
And it's actually really funny that you say that because our song "To Layla" was the last song we wrote, and it was a ballad, and we needed a song to fill the last song. We the same exact way.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird.
That's interesting.
And that song is not the most streamed, but it's hands down the one I've had more people cry to me about than any other song. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
weird how that happens.
You know, I like to hear stories about that because for me as a consumer, I have no real musical talent in my body whatsoever. Like it's impossible for me to make anything sound good musically.
Well, sometimes I've discovered he's not tone deaf.
Oh, that's good.
I discovered that a couple of months ago, and I was really excited.
Wow, I love that when you meet someone and you're like, oh my god, like you can sing.
Yeah,
and they're like, no, I can't. I'm like, yeah, you can. You hold pitch. You are like.
Yeah,
that's the hardest part.
I don't hold it for very long. But.
Yeah.
No, you can do it. And the other day you were matching, and I was like, do it again. And then he refused to do it.
I have a friend who swears up and down she can't sing, but she's like, she can nail harmonies so quick. She finds them so quick. And I'm just like, you know how long it took me to, like, I suck at harmonies.
Yeah.
And she just like is so good at it. Like it takes me a minute to like be like, okay, I found it.
Yeah.
You know, like here's one. I can't tell you any more, but
I don't even know how I learned how to do it, but when I was growing up, somebody gave me, like I auditioned for something and I couldn't harmonize, so I didn't get it.
Yeah.
So they gave me a CD teaching you how to harmonize to songs like Three Blind Mice and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I just kept like, I taught myself just like singing. I would listen to other bands' songs and like listen to their harmonies and just follow those harmonies. Just like, oh shit, that's how you harmonize.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way. My musical talent's so bad that I took a guitar class and the final project was writing your own song. And part of it was having to write the melody. And I didn't even know what that was or how to find it or what to do with it.
Figure it out.
To this day, I've not found my melody.
We're going to find it one day, Ruben.
Ironically,
That's your
you live
life-
with 2 melodies too, which is hilarious.
That's your life quest now.
Yeah.
Find my melody.
What if the woman you end up marrying's name is Melody? You found your melody.
Maybe.
Romantic.
She lives with 2 people named Melody, so this is gonna be really awkward. from now.
Wait, that's such a rare name, and you live with 2 people named Melody?
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Right?
We have a game going. There are 4 of us, and we have this game where if you call one correctly, you get a point.
Yeah.
And like the right one answers, they get a point.
Do you have like different, like, do you say them in like maybe like different keys, like melody and melody?
Yeah,
You know, like,
yeah, kind of.
so that way you could like find who you're talking to?
The weirder part about this is her other. So there's 4 of them. It's Moxy, Melody, and Harmony.
No. No, it's not.
They have a pet cat named
Lyric?
Thank you. I was gonna go with chorus, but that works too.
That works either way.
So let's talk about something a little bit deeper for a a second.
Okay.
Deeper than that?
Deeper than a cat named Chorus, yes.
And a bird named Lyric.
Oh my god.
I think we just came up with like concept albums here.
Yeah, this is really bad. One of the reasons I think I like friended you on Facebook. I think that's how we became friends.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time we've met.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, I see her.
And
I
you just-
see her stuff all the time.
Yeah.
You just
say
showed
that.
up to some random place.
Yeah.
With two random people you never met.
I'm gonna be
before.
honest. I tour for a living. I do that every day.
Yeah.
That's
You know
true.
how many random people's houses I've slept at? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Whew.
I feel that.
like
Wait,
that's my
okay.
whole life.
Put a pin in that. I want to come back to that.
Also, I thought it was funny when you told me to ask her if she was alone.
I know.
'cause-
After I asked that out loud, I was like, maybe we should bring that differently. You know, and then the worst part is
That's
you
why
asked.
you laughed.
Yeah.
No,
That's why you laughed. I get it now. And I was like, yeah, I'm by myself, but I didn't think about it. That's
Yeah.
scary. I should probably think about that
I
more.
promise we're not going to kill you.
So here's
I
the funny
promise.
part about that. So I told her, hey, ask her if she's alone because we want to make sure we have the room set up.
Yeah.
And then you ask her, and she goes, "Oh no, I'm by myself," or "I'm alone," and you go, "Perfect." And I was just like, "Oh no!" In my head, at that moment, I realized
we were
ooh.
going to die. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
just-
So
maybe it's just I'm a dude, and I'm kind of more.
Well,
Yeah.
the last people that we interviewed showed up with like 3 extra people, so that's why we asked.
yeah. Nope, just me.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to what
Yeah,
I was
okay,
asking.
you were- yeah.
I started seeing your posts on social media, but what I didn't, I noticed like the music and I noticed about Rivals, but the thing that I noticed the most was your post talking about how you were just like so comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah. I've always been a decently confident person for the most part. Like not crazy. Like obviously, your teenage years is a lot of just you going, "Oh my god, I'm so ugly,"
Yeah.
and you're just like, "I'm uncomfortable all the time."
Yeah, I didn't hit that to my 20s.
See, like
last
I'm
year.
there now.
yeah. So I mean, and I think it's like weird. Like one day, if anything, it's like the music. Like this is what made me so much like so confident.
Yeah.
I'm like I am like genuinely like love who I am.
Yeah.
And what I've become. Like I spent so many years growing up not a good person, and I spent many years trying to fix so many things that I broke.
Yeah.
And it took a very long time for me to kind of like be like, okay, I think I'm okay with who I am. Like I think I know who I am at this point.
Yeah.
And like it's like I try like, and that's like a big thing for me is I try to like really like push on people. Like there's so many times people come up to me and be like, "Oh my God, you are so beautiful." Like after we play, and I'll be like, "Oh no, so are you. You're beautiful." And then they go, No. And I'm like, you need to not do that. Like,
Yeah.
like you need to tell yourself you're beautiful. It's the only way you're ever going to think that.
Yeah.
And like, I try to always tell people that. And obviously it's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah.
You just, I think in like in a way, like once you find who you are, you get more comfortable.
Yeah.
With how you are and the things you do and how you exist and the way you look, once you like accept that the person you are is who you are and you can't change that.
Yeah.
It gets easier.
I used to laugh at girls who would have like in high school have the binder, they'd have like a note, and then that would say, "You are beautiful," or "You are gorgeous,"
Yeah.
or whatever. And I'm just like,
Lame.
yeah, like
Nerd.
exactly. And and especially the ones that to me weren't as attractive as other ones.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of sitting there being like, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm coming off like an asshole right now. And
No, it's, I mean,
but here's the thing.
vanity's a thing.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But now that I've grown up and I've
You grew up?
a little bit.
Don't worry. You want to know what I was doing before I got here? I was playing Pokemon.
Nice. One Go or just like on the Game Boy?
I have the Switch. I got the new
nice.
Shield. I got
Nice.
Shield. Everyone else got Sword. The only one who got Shield.
Anyway, now that I'm an adult and like I have a niece now
Yeah.
who I've didn't realize how important self-confidence was
It's so important.
specifically for women.
Yeah.
Because men have some of it too, where it's like, oh, like this actor has a 6-pack and you don't. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that person's so hot, whatever.
Yeah.
But women 2,000 times more
Yeah.
have like there are articles dedicated
Yeah.
to like make yourself thinner and
Yeah. We're told
Your dream
from
body.
the moment we were born that we are ugly.
Yeah.
In the weirdest way. Like it might not actually say that, but in a way that's how it's presented.
Yeah.
It's like everything's like how to make yourself more beautiful. So in that aspect, it's like saying you're ugly. We need to fix you.
Exactly.
And so we get this mentality as women is like, oh, you're gross.
Yeah.
You know, and especially in your teenage years when you're very, 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 very easily, moldable.
Yeah.
And you're reading things that are telling you like in a way that you're ugly, you're going to think that.
Yeah.
You know, and if in any way I can give people some kind of like realization that it's like, you're not ugly.
Yeah.
Just like music is subjective, looks are subjective. Just because I don't find somebody attractive doesn't mean somebody else will.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, and I think a lot of young girls it's so, just all those beauty magazines and all those beauty sites and all that is just garbage.
Yeah.
All of it is just garbage.
Honestly, like my advice, and to be completely honest, when I first started doing podcasts, radio shows, stuff like that, I made it a point that anything I talked about was never going to do with anyone having plastic surgery. It wasn't going to be any, women talking about, their weight loss, or anything that in my opinion, made females feel like they had to dress or talk or wear makeup a certain way that made them feel less beautiful. Because literally 90% of my friends are female. And I've grown up around all this like consistent of I'm so fat, I'm so ugly, I'm so this, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you are one of the most beautiful people I know. Like why don't you have that confidence? And it's become, that's the reason Hollywood says you have to do this in order to become beautiful. And then the minute people get to that point where they're beautiful, there's a new trend that you have to do to become beautiful. And this is a never ending cycle. And so I appreciate you speaking up.
Of course. I mean, I've been there. I mean, I'm not terrible looking by any means, but I'm also in especially the music industry standards, I am not skinny. I've never been skinny. I wear a size 10 to 12. I'm not, and I speak out about that. I tell people that I'm like, I'm not thin. And I have women who come up to me nightly, and I mean every night I'll have at least one or two girls come up to me and say, thank you for going up there and being confident and looking the way that you do. Wow. It gives me that confidence that I can do what you're doing, regardless of how I look or like my weight. And I'm like, girl, like I'm telling you, like it's not about that. It's about like if people are seriously and genuinely judging you based off your weight, they're, excuse my language, assholes. They're not good people, and you don't even want to be near them.
Well, and here's now that I'm in a position in life where I'm not supposed to have like a very blunt public persona, whenever I see people
that's one way to putting it.
Purposely put other people down, I feel like telling them, go f*** yourself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we have enough negativity in this world. The last thing we need is to have a bunch of women running around here thinking they're not good enough.
Yeah, I agree.
And that also goes to men who feel like they're not good enough.
Yeah, I mean, this applies to anybody.
Oh,
but
yeah, absolutely.
Definitely, women are just put on such this like pedestal of like what society expects them to be.
Perfect example of this is the last like year or so, like this trend of like women being attracted to dad bods.
I love dad bods.
Okay, so that, I mean, I don't care.
That's not bad. Dad bods have always been sick. I've never dated a skinny guy. Oh, that's not true. I dated one skinny guy.
How'd that end for you?
It was not good.
Exactly.
It didn't go well.
But it's funny because like a guy, it's acceptable for a guy to have a little bit of a gut, and have that dad bod mentality. Yeah. But the minute a woman has a baby, they, it's like you look at them and be like, all right, cool. So when are you losing all the baby weight?
Yeah.
Or my favorite thing is, and this still happens, especially, I hang around a lot of men constantly.
I hope this isn't going where I think it's going.
No, you're probably not. And if I hear one more man make fun of a woman for having a C-section scar,
oh my gosh,
I'm going to lose my shite.
Oh my gosh.
Like she has some control.
Yeah.
Over having a child and them having to cut the child out rather than her giving a natural birth. And if they give a natural birth, then they complain that their vagina's loose.
Yeah.
I know this is a little,
it's fine.
A little blunt,
fine,
but I just am so sick and tired. It's like, why?
Wait for marriage, kids.
Why? In what world is having a scar like a bad thing?
You know what?
Who cares?
What's really crazy to me about that is it's not just men. Like women will shame other women
for having a C-section scar.
Exactly. It's like,
she had a kid. Who cares?
Yeah. However you get the thing out of you.
The thing. Oh no.
Sorry, that was just another one that drives me nuts.
Yeah.
It's a valid point. It's a valid thing.
Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
Who
that whole
cares?
joke of like strippers wearing or like it's the that's the strip club that has all the women with C-section scars.
What
And it's
the
like,
heck?
yeah, she's out there stripping to support her kid. Who cares? She makes thousands of dollars a week.
She makes more money than me.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. Like, are you upset that she has a lot more money than you? Like, what is like? Okay.
Let me, and to probably wrap up this portion of the show.
Yeah, sorry.
No, here's the thing.
You're good.
Just because somebody isn't your cup of tea doesn't mean you have to drink tea that day.
Yeah, I love that.
Like,
That's wow.
Like just, you know what? Hey, I had a situation in high school where this girl who I did not find attractive whatsoever, very nice girl, very funny, but just I wasn't attracted to her.
Yeah.
She so high school. She wrote me a note.
Okay. Did
And
she pass it to you?
Yeah, she passed it to me in
Okay,
class.
that's so cute.
And she wrote, "I think you're cute. Will you be my boyfriend?" And I had to come up with a nice way of saying no.
Oh yeah.
Because I wasn't interested in that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And but there's also been thousands of times where that's happened in the reverse to me, where
You're like, dang it.
Like I love, like 99.9% of the women that I've ever been interested in have not been interested in me back.
Yeah.
You know?
I will say though, in when it comes to like relationships and stuff, you still have to be kind of attracted to the person.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, but once again, it's not that you're unattractive. It's the fact that that person isn't attracted to you. Doesn't mean somebody else won't be.
Do you watch Friends?
I don't watch Friends.
Oh,
I don't like sitcoms.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
you're lucky this interview is almost over anywhere. I can. So there's an episode of Friends where this billionaire tech guy is really into
Elon
Monica.
Musk?
Well,
Yes.
no, but similar in like.
Okay, I've had
money-wise.
multiple dreams that I've dated Elon Musk. I don't know why. They keep happening and I can't stop them. Someone help me.
Side note.
Yeah.
This guy was like in love with Monica.
Yeah.
He continuously tried asking her out, and she finally said yes to give it a try.
Yeah.
And she got along with him. She thought it was funny. She wasn't attracted to him. Then all of a sudden, one day, she kisses him, or he kisses her, and then all of a sudden, she's attracted to him.
Yeah.
You know, and so the reason why I'm saying
That's
that.
called oxytocin. Thank you. It's I'm the only nerd here. Cool.
I have no idea what she just said.
That's
Homeschool. She was homeschooled.
That's when you're like when you're like physically close to someone, your brain
Yeah.
releases this hormone called oxytocin, and it's called like the love hormone. Like it bonds you to a person in your brain, and you like them more. Yeah.
Anyway, so what my point with that was like, just because you're not attracted to somebody right now also doesn't mean that like after hanging out with them after a
You
while,
won't later.
You could, because I think it's genuinely possible to fall in love with someone's personality.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
1,000%.
Yeah, there's been people in my life who I was not attracted to whatsoever, and then after hanging out with them, like
You're like, oh,
actually hanging out,
snap.
and I'm
This
like,
person's like sick.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
love with you. Like, no, like straight up, like I'm in love with you.
Yeah.
Like, can we go out? And they're
Yeah.
like, I'm just not attracted to you.
Oh
and I'm
my
just like, oh God.
Here we go.
Moxy, let's jump into signature question. Numero tres.
All right.
Por favor.
All right.
Did you like that pen flip?
That was pretty sick.
Thank you.
Smooth.
Yeah. You
Okay.
should get some girls with that move.
Just like randomly at the bar, be like, hey, check this out.
He dropped it.
I did that on purpose, by the way.
Very nice. So signature question number 3 is the question that this podcast is based on. And number 3 is, can you have more than one best friend?
Outside of significant others and family.
And I know this is a tough one.
You know, it's hard because I don't really have a best friend.
I'll be your best friend.
Aw, that's sweet. But do you have another best friend?
Yes.
Okay.
No, okay, so hold on.
He's thinking like, can I switch them out?
We're not really talking right now.
You know, I think so. Why not?
Cool.
Why not?
Awesome.
I don't see why not, because it's like, I mean, there's people out there who date more than one people, one person, more than one person, and they're fine.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on the personality types. You know, some people are good at multiple French relationships. Well, you know what I mean.
We call them Mormons. Yeah. No, so here's the argument. The argument started that there was a while back where literally within like 10 minutes frame. Moxy turns to me and says, you know, you're my best friend. And then she starts telling a story about, and she says, my best friend Carly. And so I kind of just like looked at her and like, all right, I'm confused now. And then she goes, my best friend Melody. And I'm like, wait, what? And then, you know, we go to dinner that night and, you know, she's like, oh, that waiter's my best friend. And I'm just like, what is
He's
going
making
on
that
here?
part up.
Yeah.
There's a cop that pulled her over and gave her a speeding ticket.
You're like, you're my best friend.
And she's like, officer, I thought we were best friends.
Yeah.
I thought you were pulling me over because we haven't talked in a while. So, and my belief, and I think our audience is tired of me defending this. So
Yeah, a
often
little
going
bit.
over this. I believe that best is definite. Like there's only one best.
Every
best
time
comes and goes.
But yeah, best can come and go. You can lose your best friend.
I've
Like,
definitely had more than one best friend at once.
Yeah.
I've never have.
I think you do.
Maybe
and you
you're
just
just-
don't know it.
Yeah,
don't.
maybe.
Yeah. Every time somebody comes on and we ask them and they say, yes, you can, he has to like defend in the same way
Yeah.
why he thinks that.
Well, you know, more power to you. Everyone's relationships are different.
Yeah.
Man. Some people can do it. Some people can't.
Yeah.
See, like for me,
So how does it make you feel if your best friend has another best friend?
I just feel like they're indecisive.
So they're like cheating on you.
Yeah, pretty much. No, so
Best friend's cheating on
yeah.
you. With another person.
That sounds like a Lifetime
How
movie.
dare you?
That sounds like a Lifetime movie. My best friend's cheating on me. No, the person who takes that role as best friend, it's the same way. Like like it's almost like being in an exclusive relationship in a sense. You know, where we're
Yes, I just don't see it like that.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think when it comes down to it, that you know maybe you think you have a lot of best friends, but when the time comes that you go through something tragic,
Who's gonna be there?
who's gonna be there?
Yeah, that's true. Because that's the other thing is you might view somebody as your best friend, but they might not view you back.
So let's talk about the album.
Yeah, let's do
You're
it.
in the middle of writing an album.
Yes, we are. We are
How's that
in the
going?
middle. It's so different than the first one.
Really?
Not in the aspect of like the writing style, but like the first one we had something to prove, and then now we're trying to establish our existence.
So this is your sophomore album.
Yes.
So are you terrified of the sophomore
Yes.
curse? Okay. Because that's a thing.
Yes.
That's a legitimate thing.
Yes.
You know, like
Can
you
I
get-
say yes again?
Yeah, keep saying yes as long
I'm
as you like.
terrified. We've written a lot of songs, more songs for this album than we did the first one. I am extremely picky. I'm an extremely
That's good.
picky person. I won't put anything out that I don't like. I won't, and my label knows that, my management, everyone knows that. I'm like very, very weird about my content and how it looks and how it's presented. You know, I want everything to look good, sound good, feel good.
Yeah.
So this one, we wrote a lot of different tracks, from heavier to lighter to poppier to more electronic to less electronic to, you know, like this album we're featuring a screamer.
Oh, nice.
But we're also we're trying to get like a rapper to feature. So it's like, we're kind of like really, the album, we really went all over the place.
That's
and
really cool.
when we just released the Supernova EP, which has 2 songs on it, both vastly different from each other. One's like sounds like a song off a freaking 007 track, and then the other one I love that song. And then the other one's just like very us, you know. And we kind of did that. We chose it strategically because we wanted to kind of show everyone like how this album's going to go and how different it's going to be.
Yeah.
And like,
Are you concerned that, so I hate to bring the band up twice in the same interview, but Alter Bridge just released a new album.
Alter Bridge.
Okay? Alter Bridge.
if you guys haven't heard of them,
Yeah, it's a great.
Check
band.
out Alter Bridge.
The new album called "Walk the Sky" out now on iTunes.
Oh my gosh.
But no, iTunes isn't the thing anymore.
No,
so
it's
Apple,
not.
Apple Music.
Spotify.
Sorry,
Apple Music.
Apple Music, not Spotify.
yeah, thank you. I'm an Apple Musicer too.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Are we best friends?
I think so. I think we are now. Sorry, Kelly, you've been replaced. Kelly for Kaylee. Sorry.
You got it right, Kelly. That's Kelly for Kaylee. That's
Kaylee.
hard to
Okay,
say that.
so I-
Kelly for
okay,
Kaylee.
cool. I don't know why my brain's like, no, that's not right.
I wore
You're
shoes
right.
today made by Kelly and Katie as a brand.
Oh, what the?
I know.
If one more person, you know how often people call me Katie?
Oh my
Probably
gosh.
too often.
I hate that. Or Callie.
Ooh.
Oh, I think that's what I thought I said.
Yeah, you were
So,
right though.
No, but they added keys for the first time since their third album. The third album had like one track of keys that they played a track on live.
Yeah.
Now they added keys and synth, and oh my God, they got ripped apart for it by their their fans.
You can't change. People don't like change.
And I'm
they get scared.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, it enhanced their album.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to enhance the live experience.
Yeah.
Like it's something different, it's something new. And not only that, but this band's been together for 15 years. It's
my big thing. Okay. So to everyone out there who's listening, imagine who you were when you were 12. Now imagine who you are now as a 20, whatever, 30-year-old, 40-year-old. If you think that in any way you are the same person you were when you first started making music or existed, that is complete and utter bull donkey. I edited myself.
That was good.
It's not a thing. Like when we wrote Damn Soul, I was 19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
I'm almost 26. Like I'm a very different person. Like I am not 20-year-old me. I'm an adult. I'm a full, like I pay my own bills.
Yeah.
Like I'm a full adult.
And clearly, like when a band adds something like keys or synth, they didn't do a full Taylor Swift and abandon their core.
Yeah.
So it's different. And I think I like albums that incorporate different styles, like Moxy and I have been obsessed with Hamilton for the last 8 months.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yeah. And like we have tickets to go see Hamilton when they come to LA.
Fun.
Which is really cool. But that soundtrack, I generally hate listening to soundtracks.
Yeah.
Because it's usually the same exact sound throughout the entire album or the entire soundtrack. With Hamilton, there's rap, there's pop, there's some rock in there. Like it's a little bit of everything but they have themes and they have things that fall through with it, and it's very entertaining. And I don't know. I feel like audiences and fans just need to be just enjoy what's being made.
Yeah. I agree. I think people, especially in rock music, love to just categorize any change.
Yeah.
And it's insane to me. I don't understand it. Rock is the third most listened to genre in the world. And for some reason, they're so scared of things changing. And I don't get it. Change is beautiful.
I think it's because for so long we've heard stories of bands changing because of the label. The label.
I know you sold out. You sold out. There's no
Yeah.
such thing as selling out. Everybody's just trying to make. No, I've never met in my entire life ever met a musician who's like, I'm going to sell out and make music I don't like. No one does that. That's not a thing. I've never.
I think there's situations, if you look at a lot of the American Idol winners who wrote their first album, they would always say, oh, that's not my best work. Or that's not what I would have released if I had the creative freedom to do it.
Yeah.
I think there are artists out there who release chunks of music that was not their first choice.
You probably didn't write it.
Yeah, they didn't write it, and they didn't really have a choice over what went on that first album.
But a lot of those albums are actually really good. Yeah. And then they just, for them, it doesn't feel good because if you have somebody else writing your music, you tend to have this separation from it.
Yeah.
You don't have emotion towards it because you weren't the one who put the words in.
Yeah.
So, I guess I can kind of understand that in a sense.
Yeah.
But not in rock. I don't know any rock musician ever who has ever made a rock album and been like, I wanted to make something that I hated.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen.
Sense.
You don't make music. Rock musicians don't make music they don't like.
Yeah.
Because we literally chose rock because you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And if you want to castratorize me like a cow, for changing and moving forward and trying to create something that I think is sick, whatever, I'll find other fans.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you have plenty of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me too, it's for artists out there who are trying to please the masses, stop.
Yeah.
It's
just make what you want to make.
Make what you want to make, and there's going to be fans like me who, if I like your music, I'm going to buy every record you put out, and more likely than not, I'm going to download it on Apple Music. I'm going to go to Walmart and buy the exclusive copy at Walmart.
Yeah.
And then when I go to your show, I'm going to buy the vinyl and and now they're doing cassette. Do you know they're bringing cassette tapes
Are
back?
you
Yeah,
serious?
I know. I'm bringing back the floppy disk. Don't at me.
Yeah.
You're going to need 19 of them to play one album, but
Hey, actually, technology's better now. So.
well, it's out about 1 minute and 60. Oh wait, no, sorry. 1 minute and 58 seconds. You're gonna have to go get a different floppy disk and put it in. So each song is actually 2 floppy disks.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy.
You get the box set.
it's
It
a
weighs 10
box.
pounds.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much for doing this.
Of course,
Do you have anything else that you want to?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about, because I've been seeing you posting about the new Thunderstorm video.
Yeah. So we had some issues with like editor stuff. So we've been like going through and like trying to fix it.
Yeah.
So I actually got like a first clip of like the new edit, and it looks great. I'm excited.
Awesome.
I'm just trying not to rush it. I want it to look cool.
Yeah.
And we have time.
Yeah.
We're not.
Totally.
The EP was kind of just like, we just wanted to release something.
Yeah.
It wasn't really like a big push. We're not trying to like do anything crazy with it. It's just like we wanted to give people more music.
Yeah.
And we wanted to put out music. It's been almost 2 years. So
Yeah.
we were just like, I think it's time we like put something out.
Well, it's doing really well.
Yes, I know. It's crazy. We've done like over 100,000 streams in like
Nice.
3
That's
weeks or 4 weeks. So
awesome.
it's been,
That's
it's
awesome. Well,
been
but now
crazy.
it'll be a couple months by the time this comes out. But
Yeah.
still.
so
wanted to
by
let
then
people
it probably will be at like 500,000.
That's awesome.
I don't know. That's just a guess. Watch me just nail it. Just
Yeah.
it's like perfect.
All right,
Awesome.
so Supernova EP out now on all the streaming platforms.
Yes.
Apple Music's the best one.
Yeah.
So go and
right.
download that. Go and support this band.
Yeah.
Get some good stuff.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much for doing this.
Yeah, of course. No, thank you.
What I want to do here is I want to take a quick commercial break. Moxie and I are going to come back, and we're going to do a quick overtime segment if you have time.
Yeah, I'm literally gonna go home and play Pokemon again.
Oh, sweet. So, cool. So what we're gonna do is because I think I deleted all the ones that we did before.
Oh no.
But,
Did you delete everything on accident or something?
kind of. So
What does that mean?
So what happened?
Either you did or you didn't.
Well, let's go to commercial first, and then we'll
I
explain.
want to tell the story.
Oh, okay.
Long story short, my Mac started not connecting to new internet networks.
Okay.
And so I moved everything that was in folders that was important onto a hard drive.
Okay.
And in order to fix that connectivity issue, I had to completely wipe it out and reinstall the software.
Okay.
And it wasn't until after I did that I needed to find these files for the shows that we did on our over our winter break.
Yeah.
And realized I deleted them all because I didn't put them in a folder where they were supposed to go.
Shoot.
So we now have a fail safe on that. So anyway, we're going to go to commercial break. when you look at some point in the next couple of weeks, we're going to release this overtime segment with Kalie Wolfe. Wow, I told you.
Wow, good job. By the way,
Kalie Wolfe.
I'm tired, okay?
I'm saying my name like that from now on. Hello, I'm Kalie Wolfe.
speaking of your name, tell everybody how they can find you on
Yes,
social
please.
media and the band too.
So all my band's ads are at We Are Rivals RVLS. We are RVLS. And then mine is Kalie Wolfe. Wolfe. Kalie Wolfe.
With or without the E.
Awesome.
Oh, with the E. I really at the end of my name. Wolfe.
And we're going to talk about the random houses you stayed at on tour. So on the overtime segment. So we'll be back.
And we're back.
Kalie Wolfe.
Kalie Wolfe.
Why did you sing it?
I don't know. I sing everything.
That
was such a good interview.
I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
Amazing.
I, full disclosure, I think I mentioned it in the podcast. I didn't really know who she was
No.
going into that conversation. And I feel like she and I are best friends now.
Now, who's the one? I think that this podcast may take a turn.
No. I said I feel like we could be best friends. Well, that's what I meant to say.
Sure.
Next week, we're trying something different.
We are?
Doing something new.
Oh.
So usually what we do, just kind of behind the scenes, is usually week to week, Moxie and I scramble to try to find people to be on the show last minute.
Pretty much.
So this season, we decided that we're going to do some different themed episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And so next week, oops.
Are you okay?
I just texted her.
Don't talk and text at the same time. It's a fire hazard.
Our next guest is here. And she said,
gosh.
hey, I'm here. I said, stand by, stand by. So next week's episode, we're trying something called The One with the Pilot.
The one with the pilot.
So what we're doing is I encourage everyone who has Netflix to have the first episode of Friends. Oh, you know what?
What?
Friends might not even be on Netflix anymore by the time this airs.
No! Oh my gosh. Well, in that case, then I guess this is just a great taste of what you're missing out on.
So Friends is going to HBO Max. So, but we are going to do this episode. We are going to do it right. It's basically Moxie and I are going to watch and critique the first episode of Friends together as we watch it live, and you have the opportunity to do a watch along with us. So if you can find the episode, if it's still on Netflix by the time this show airs, which actually I think it might be. It might be.
No, I think it goes off January 1st.
I think it goes off January 31st.
Oh.
So that's what I'm wondering. We might need to find out and clarify this. Excuse you.
I'm sorry. If you can't find it, then just listen to the episode and it'll be like reliving. I listened to this podcast by the two of the ladies from The Office. It's called The Office Ladies Podcast. And honestly, I listen to that podcast when I can't watch the show because I would love to watch The Office while I'm driving, but that's not safe. So I listen to the podcast, but it helps me like kind of relive the episode. And in a way, I kind of feel like I'm watching it. So if you are missing Friends from Netflix, if you can't afford HBO Go, what is
Max,
that? What
Max?
HBO Max.
Which is going to be $17. We'll talk about that some other time.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's like, seriously, do you not want me to watch your stuff?
Yeah, I don't even know, man. Anyway, if you can't find the first episode of Friends, listen to next week's episode. Listen to next week's episode because it's going to be really awesome, man.
The ibuprofen's really kicking in now.
Hey, I also took my joint supplements, so
I should get some of that stuff. Why are you in so much pain if you take a joint supplement?
I don't know.
This is a morning show. We got to get this on the radio somehow.
Yeah.
So the one with the pilot airs next week. We'll be watching the first episode of Friends, but also head over to thebestfriendshow.com/survey2, the number 2, survey 2. We'd like some feedback on what you guys would like to hear us talk about, people who you might want to have on the show. And because we want this show to be interactive with you guys. So please, take a listen.
Please.
Take a listen to our survey.
We want you to listen, so please.
Shut up. My name is Ruben Jay.
And I'm Moxy Ann. And wait, I didn't get to say what season this is. Because this is temporada numero 3. And we are out of time.
Patience.
What?
We are out of patience.
You're out of patience. We are out of time. And that is the official slogan of the Moxy and Ruben 2020 presidential campaign.
Again, so are we co-presidents?
I think so.
So we have a vice president as well.
Yeah.
Who should that be?
I think Matt. I'm going to go with Matt.
No, but that means our slogan would have to be Ayo Matt.
Yeah. That's an okay slogan.
How about, no, we alienate everyone who's not named Matt.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, we'd win big in the Matts.
And taking the Matt vote for the 2020 presidential election. Moxy and Ruben have swept the nation.
However, they have not gotten the delegates that they needed. I think that should be one of the questions on our survey is what should our presidential campaign slogan be?
I wish we had like a text to vote.
We could get that, but it'd be really expensive.
Yeah, or I could just have people text me.
No, let's not do that.
Okay.
All right, so we are really out of time now.
Oh my gosh.
We got people waiting for us. All right.
Tune in next week, January 19th.
No, done. We're done.
January
We're done.
20th. I got it wrong.
You did get it wrong.
I did.
Bye.
Bye.